Good evening, people. Oh, that's not very readable, is it? Oh, Neil's been playing with things again. How is everyone? Are we all doing well? How has everyone's week been? How's everyone's weekends been? It's been very weird. It's been a while since I've put a video up. I'm not used to this. I feel like a spare part. How is everyone? What's everyone reading? What's everyone up to? Ellen, how was the Hugos in the end? Did you have a good time? Because I know you were over at Worldcon, weren't you, a couple of days ago? So, but yeah, this will be a low energy sprint tonight because work. Hey Dan, you all right, buddy? Thank you. I don't feel very dapper after the couple of days I've had, but never mind. Never mind. Just 5, 6, 7, 8 more shifts, and then I'm off for a week. So, hey Jenny, you all right? So how has everyone been? I've not really spoken to anyone in like a week, which is very unusual. I want to do a couple of shout outs before I do anything else. Well, Noah has story time for us all, so that'll be fun. Has Noah fessed up to the book yet, Jenny? He wasn't happy at me putting it in Discord yesterday. So I forgot what I was saying already. This isn't a good start, is it? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, I'm ready for my next week off now. Yeah, I've not done a video in like a week and a half, and it feels weird. And then I've realised I've got to do one for this week, and it's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. Shout outs. That was it. Okay. So first off, he is in the chat. But a congratulations to Aaron Hook, who hit 100 subscribers recently. He is doing a live stream on Saturday at 6 PM. I think it was. If memory said, I need to change that. That's annoying me. Chat box. I've still not read any Jane Austen. Yeah, he's doing a live stream at 6 PM as a how does English work? I give up. Hey Noah. yeah, a celebration stream for 100 subs. So if you want to pop in, say hi. That's Aaron Hook. I will leave a link after the sprint later on. I may be popping in as well, or I'm planning to pop in to say hi and have a chat. So yeah. So how was the Crimson House, Noah? Was that what it was called? I think it was called the Crimson House. Was it the Crimson House? I can't remember. Noah, story time. Come on. Because you are the world's most unlucky person, apparently. What have you done to yourself this time? Share with the class while I try and remember how to reset the text on my chat box so it's actually visible. Ooh, go for blue. Yeah. There we go, that works. So, why is it not updating though? Well, that's a question. You have a broken toe. Yes. So Noah, after trying to burn his flat down and everything else and being small, has now decided to break his toe as well, just as he has a week off. So that's fun. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know much, bless his cotton socks. So I am reading, what am I reading? I am reading another indie book. I've moved on to, no, that way. When Shadows Fall by Lindy Enns. It's another one that I got out of my subscription box. Bit fancy, a bit horror. So good time. I've not read much since the last sprint. I finished Twin Landing on that one. So I read Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut, and I did not get on with that book at all. It's a very pretty cover in it. I've just realised it's got like, I don't know how well it'll come out on the thing, but you've got like the shadow work on the back as well. It does have a map inside, but it's pretty basic. But it does the job. I've read the first chapter of it, so I don't know much about it. So we shall see. The indie books have done quite well in the last month so far. So I read Slaughterhouse 5, which is one of my challenge books by Kurt Vonnegut. I was coming to that, so I'll come to that in a second. So hey, Mrs. Peacock, how are you doing? So Ellen, from the amazing Cottage Golf Library, was it the last sprint? Was it just after? I've not read anything by Nathaniel Hawthorne yet. Oh, nice. Biographies. Hey, Elaine, how are you? So yeah, Cottage Goth Library. Well, I was talking about Hell Followed With Us and special editions that are coming out and are out. And she put in the chat, just ignore the email you've just received. And she got me the special edition of the book from Waterstones and sent it to me. And I got very excited, and it's mine now. And so that's 2 down. And I'm going to probably get a third copy of it as well. Which, speaking of third copies, or multiple copies, next month, Celestial Monsters is out by Aidan Thomas. It's book 2. Well, it's the second book of the Sunbearer Trials duology. And I actually have 2 versions of that on order. So we'll see how that runs. It won't let me refund one of them. Anyway, that's what I've read. How are you, Elaine? How is everything going? I'm okay. Tired. This is the most high energy I'm going to be today because I've got just too many hours. Just work. In case you all didn't know as well, at the end of the month, in fact, is it 2 weeks? 2 weeks tomorrow? 2 weeks tomorrow, Noah and I are going to be over on Cobalt Dragon's channel, having a chat. And I'm sure it won't be remotely chaotic whatsoever. So there we go. I don't quite know why Elaine's invited me back after the first one, mine, but there we go. The other book I read was another novella. It's only about 85 pages long, and it was called something. What was it called? The Whisper That Replaced God by Timothy Wolfe. And I want to talk just very briefly about this because for an independently published book author to take some very obvious jabs at Amazon, which is potentially going to be the biggest source of income in some ways, is a very, very brave choice, I have to say. I made a couple of notes on this one. Well, not notes, highlights, because it was a Kindle edition. It's only about 75p on Kindle, so I do recommend checking this out. I really enjoyed it. But there's a point where the character was yelling, and it's like, some of the words were so vile, I fear repeating them would make this tale unsellable on Rainforest, or whatever the soulless monopoly of your realm is called. And then later on, like, another dig, I know this part isn't very interesting. Before you leave a scathing review on Pleasant Reads, or whatever the largest book community happens to be owned by the largest soulless monopoly of your realm is called. So a few little digs at Amazon in there, which I appreciate in a high fantasy, definitely fancy, maybe a bit grimdark fantasy actually book. But hey ha. So how are you getting on, Elaine? What are we reading? I am fascinated by your books this month. I really am. Andrew's reading a biography, the biography of George Sand by Ruth Jordan. I know Ellen's reading. I was gonna say Agatha Christie. Was it Agatha Christie? It wasn't Agatha Christie, was it? My brain's gone. Just gone. Where is it? I can't see. It's definitely a book that I haven't read anyway, whatever it was. I know we were talking about it in Discord the other day. What else? So, Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I've never read anything by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I know the name. I couldn't even tell you what sort of books they are. Oh, I'm excited. The one you did the other week, I can't, because I'm bad with names, I can't remember the name of the gentleman you had on. When you were talking about like the UFO sites and stuff like that, it was really interesting to listen to. Noah, what are you reading? Oh, you're not allowed to tell us again after last time. And then you told me anyway, because you're a fool. Oh, okay. So what's that about, Aaron? UFO phenomenon today, doing a buddy read. Nice. And what are you up to, Jenny and Dan? What are you two? Are you reading? Are you gaming? Are you just chilling? What are we doing? What are we up to? Also, Book Hermit, what are you reading as well? If you haven't already put it in and I've just missed it because my brain is broken. I think September's going to be a better month than this month. Enzo, that was it. Yeah, really, really, really insightful. And I know you've recently done the video on Sasquatch or the Bigfoot. Oh, I've seen Heads Will Roll doing the rounds actually recently somewhere else. Recording and editing. Yeah, I need to do some recording. Because I've not done a video in 10 days. I know I've got a tag video that Aaron tagged me in, which I've got some notes for somewhere. And the weekend is going to be... What am I doing at the weekend? Oh, the weekend's the mid-month overview, which, to be honest, is going to be a bit thin this month. I've read 5? 4? 5? I don't know. It's been a slow down month this month because of work. So, oh, which twisted Disney book? Colour me curious. Summer's having great fun reading those. I got her a couple the other day. What did I get her? They're like $6.99 or two for £7. So I got her. I've also got book orders coming as well, just on a side point. And that's coming tomorrow. Oh my god, I bought so much since I bought her the books. Oh dear. Sword in the Stone, Set in Stone, and Unbirthday, the Alice in Wonderland one. So, what were the three? Why are you starting 3 separate books? What are the 3 books? Also, you need to bug Noah to read the Gemmell book that I sent him. I can't for the life of me think what it's called. You know what? You could create a unique UFO tag. It's about an academic in future who gets transported by a slot machine to a strange planet and has to carry out a series of tasks in competition. Is that a Garb August book? Legend, that's it. Thank you, Dan. I just, on the side point, I saw that in shop the other day, and much better cover than mine because the cover of mine is crap. Just on a side point. No, I have been ordering books. Happily Never After by Lynn Painter for my book club. It's a romance, but it's fun and the characters are funny. I like her. I don't mind a romance. Not my favourite genre. Next month there's going to be a lot of romance, isn't there, Noah? As a bad, I know I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I noticed is it 27 books? I think you put like that's nearly as bad as me. I've been on my normal not audiobooks, beloved. 99p Amazon book thing. So I've got a load of them, but I've ordered. I can't even remember what it is I've ordered. That says it all, doesn't it? It's a hardback book. What's it called? The God and the Gumi. God, I can't even pronounce it. Gumiho Fate's Thread by Sophie Kim. I know nothing about it. It's a cover buy. And I needed to get over a certain amount for free delivery. Which, if I just paid for delivery, it wouldn't have cost me as much. But, there we go. You know you're looking forward to Twilight. Yeah, we don't have. There used to be. I need to go looking at. No, we need to go on looking for this. Oh, I've not read anything by Simac, to be honest. We don't seem to have many. We have charity shops, but they don't really. They're not as. I get the impression they're not as big as the US ones. They tend to be quite small community things, so they're really, really miss and miss. He said what? What? Noah is looking forward to Twilight. He cannot wait. He is Team Twinkle, as I'm calling it. So, oh, that's bad. Yeah. So I think we're going to get that out of the way quite early on in the month, aren't we, Noah? I think. Because I'm reading the other one. Oh? What?
I'm not looking forward to Twilight. How dare you?
So this is Noah, everybody. On speakerphone. He is looking forward to Twilight. He cannot wait.
No, stop lying. I'm not a twinkle. How dare?
No, I am saying that you are Team Twinkle, as in Team Vampire.
No, vampires don't twinkle. It's blasphemy.
So, bless you. You'll have. Look, right. It's either we read the book or we go and see the musical. And you'll be paying. So, right then. So, shh. So, anyway, go away.
Okay, bye.
Anyway, I thought I'd said something really offensive at first. Oh God, what have I done now? Yeah, we have Twilight. We have. What else do we have? I can't remember what's on Noah's list. Noah's reading the really spicy books in September. I've got a mix because I've got 2 new releases to cover, which I will do reviews for. Did you expect me to put you on speakerphone then? Yeah, I'm not making this up. The musical is coming to Manchester in October. I've sent you I've sent you one Twilight book, and I've sent you. There'll be no Twilight for the live. I'm gutted because I sent him Twilight, and then it got reduced on Amazon like a week later, so it cost me 50p more, which makes me sad. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, Noah's. What is it you're reading? Because you're on a proper smut month next month, from what I remember. So, what are you reading? There's the Orc thing that you're reading. I can't say anything because I've seen some of the book. Oh, Plucked by the Orc. That was what you were reading. I remember. So you've got that you're reading. I've got 2 new releases. An Orchid. I sent you an Orchid book. Did I? Okie dokie. Oh, yeah, that's what I just said. Plucked by the Orc. So you're going to be reading that. Noah, I hate to point this out, but what book did you just read? And you made the mistake of telling me kind of what it was called, expecting me not to remember and not to think it. Yeah, so he's reading Twilight. I am actually reading the I think it's the bigger book actually as well, which is depressing. I'm reading Midnight Sun, which is from Edward's perspective. So you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine, because I will just go back into Midnight Sun. Yeah, the one with the pomegranate on the front for some reason. Yeah, I feel like I've made a bad choice. I think I've ended up worse. I think I'll be in a reading slump after reading that, to be honest. But hey ho, I have 2 very, very good. Oh, well, I expect them to be very good books next month. So, Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White, which is probably going to be amazing, and Celestial Monsters, which my top 2 books last year were from the authors of those 2. So, but before then, I've got a D&D game as well, which I still haven't prepped for, and I bet Noah still hasn't built his character for. So that's going to be fun. Which I've got to, hence why the book is behind me. So there we go. But shall we do a bit of a sprint? Because I've barely read in the last week. What the hell is that? Go away. Go away. No. Disappeared everything. No. Right, no, I don't want you. Disappear. I want that. I want that. That's the one I want. There we go. I'm a professional. Yeah, shall we do a sprint for 45 minutes? Probably. I don't know what I've got set for me settings. You can try and post the Discord link and see what happens. It may or may not post. I don't know, because I can't remember if I've got links disabled or not. I probably haven't, because that sounds like a sensible thing to do. If not, there will be a link in the description later on to Noah's Discord. It is an experience being in there sometimes. No, it's all great fun. We talk about books and all sorts of rubbish. Also, Noah is doing a game book / TTRPG month kind of thing. So what he's after is some people to, through Discord to potentially take part in a game through Discord, like either a D&D or a Call of Cthulhu. So if you are, what will you do if we say no for sprint? I'll carry on drinking martini, probably. Oh, the Call of Cthulhu 1. There we go. So we'll be doing a game through Discord for Call of Cthulhu, which is great fun. I've played it once. We were all supposed to die in a submarine. We all got out alive. And I think that still to this day vexes Noah slightly, which I think, if I remember correctly, is that still up on your other channel, Noah? That wonderful game that we played. But I was even more heinous than in real life. So, also, I've got a fidget Rubik's thing. It does and it is. You know what? I've not had many issues with Discord, but what I will say is that I am only members of 2 groups. It was 3. One of them got deleted. I think got deleted. I don't know. I wasn't really paying much attention. It just vanished one day. Look at all them yellows. What yellows? Oh, yeah. It took me a second then. Yeah. Look at all the yellows. Now, here's the thing. I have never read Cthulhu. I've not read much Lovecraft. I've been slowly but surely sort of picking and choosing. But I knew bits and pieces. So I think I played somebody who worshipped the King in Yellow, which probably made things far worse. And right at the end of the game, and I still don't know what's happened with this, he hasn't told me yet, I failed a sanity roll quite badly. So I have, something has happened to my character, and that character is coming back for that game, I believe. I can't remember. Is it Engelbert von Muffleforth the 15th, my name, or something like that? Yeah, no, I've never read Lovecraftian horror's not really my thing. Really? So, which is strange because it's something that I build into my D&D games quite a lot. No, I just like vampires. Yeah, I've got the complete Necronomicon on my Kindle. I got it for like 12p or something. I don't know, some ridiculously low. It might be free actually. And I've sort of been picking and choosing various different stories from it. So, but yeah, we should sprint because I've barely read for the last week. So if I press buttons, yeah. I know what I'm doing. It's ironic, actually, speaking about Cthulhu, because I have bought a video game that's a bit eldritch horror called... What's it even called? I buy things, I don't even know what I bought. What was the game called, Noah? What was the game called? I've literally bought it yesterday. Thaumaturge, which I believe is set somewhere in Poland. Yeah, sanity stats. So I had quite a high sanity stat at the start of the game. Every time I failed, it was on a sanity check. So I didn't fail convincing someone to climb into a torpedo and shoot themselves as a sea monster then. I passed that one, much to Noah's irritation. But anyway, sprint. I'm going to set the timer off because I've been waffling for nearly half an hour somehow. Not quite sure how I've managed that one. So yeah, I'm reading When Shadows Fall. What? No. Oh God, no! I know how you feel when you try and speak. I'm going to start with When Shadows Fall. See how we get on with that. It's quite big writing on a page, so I should shoot through quite... How many pages am I in, actually? I think I've read the first chapter, so I'm only 17 pages in. English is hard. So, yeah. I'm going to set the timer off. I should be back when I get home. See you all. Have a bit... Oh, Jesus, I can't even read, let alone speak. I've been doing paperwork today for insurance claims. God help me. Right, yes. Sprint. Where's my clock? Have a good read or productivity or whatever it is you're doing, everyone, and we will talk again in 45 minutes. So how did everybody's reading go? Has it gone alright? There's so many people eating good food. Also, I'm sure curry on chips is very nice, but it's nothing compared to chips and gravy. I'm sorry, I'm northern that way. How did the reading go? I got to page. I've just realised the options on Goodreads are not accurate for the page count, so I'm up to page 80, which is about 20% of the book. So I read 63 pages. 26 pages, nice. I can't. Did you tell me what you were reading? Have I just forgotten? My brain is mush. It really is. Travelling home from Knowles. They were speaking with parents for a few minutes. I mean, how is Hopalong doing? How's his toe? Bless him. I'm glad you got home safe. I hope you've had a good day. Queen of Nothing for the... Oh, have I read that one? Or is that the one I've not read yet? Is that book 3? I think that's book 3, isn't it? I've not read that yet. That's my next one. I do need to get to that. I was speaking to, who was it? Marissa. Marissa Thoman about this because she loves the Folk of Air series. And yeah, I need to get to that. I've read the first 2. Really like them. Highly recommend them to people. Not what I expected them to be. I thought they'd be more, bizarrely, more romantasy than they are. But I really like them. Bless him. And so some good progress made. How are the books going? Which one did you settle on, Dan? Of the multitude that you've got to work through. I can't remember if you said or not. So I've just hit the point where something dramatic has happened in the book. It's very much a book 1 in a series. You can tell because it's doing a lot of laying the groundwork of what's going on. You have the Tyrant Lord that you've got to pay tribute to. There's something happen. Oh, cramp. Something happens at night. Mine's quite big print, hence why I got through so many pages. Something happens at night called the Changing. And sometimes people get taken away. You've got machinery that seems to be powered by... It feels like it's magic, but I don't think it is. It's called emotionary. Oh, nice. So you're not far to go till the end then. I know I've got the physical books 1 and 2. I've got book 3 on Kindle because it was cheap. Litter of Bones nearly done now. Happy days. How's it going? Are you enjoying it still? I presume you're still enjoying it because you're still reading it. And then I picked up... I have no idea where it sits in the whole series, but I picked up King of the Elf Farm. Simply because I saw it cheap and it had pictures in it. And I am a massive child. So, he says playing with a Rubik's Cube. So... I think Martini was a bad idea for tonight. But is it good? How does it stand up to books 1 and 2? That was loud. So, and oh, I'll do that. Got some notes done as well. I really should make notes on things. Okay, so I'm not going to answer straight away. I would like to know what the 2 options are, and then I'll tell you. It's a pretty book. However, how does book 3 stand up to books 1 and 2? Because I think book 2 is a better book than book 1, but I liked book 1 more, if that makes sense. I think that's on my list to read next month, actually, to be honest. I need to get out of this really bad habit of starting series and then leaving massive gaps between reading the next book in them when I have the book. So, but yeah, Hermit, where do you think it's from? I'm curious. Fun fact, when I went to the US many years ago when I was a teenager, I was in Disneyland, Disney World, Disney somewhere anyway. And obviously, there's a thing about UK accents in America. And I don't know if it was I think it was a compliment, but I was told I had the most English accent they'd ever heard. Which is a lot more... Okay, so I live technically in Salford, city of Salford. I'm 9 miles outside of Manchester city centre. So, yeah, I don't have a particularly thick accent. So it's West Manchester, I think. West Manchester. So, yeah, pretty close. 9 miles outside of Manchester, so... It has a good surprise. Oh, I think I'm definitely going to have to pick that up next month. Yeah, no, my accent's got thicker over the years. It's still not overly pronounced. I've worked with a lot of people from like up in Bury and Bolton, and that's sort of begun to leach into my accent. Although right now I'm working with someone who's Polish and someone who's a Cockney. So heaven knows what I'm going to sound like. And I'm currently working with a Scouser as well. So I might start hitting at people at some point. But yeah, I'm enjoying what Shadow Fall so far. It's a bit of a slow build. You don't really have a great idea of what's going on or what's causing anything because it is still very much in the world building phase. But it's book one fantasy, and I like me fantasy. I've not read much fantasy. No, that's a lie, actually. I've not read as much fantasy this year. From the northeast, but live in Coventry now. Ooh. I've not been to Coventry. You know what? I've not really been outside of Manchester, if I'm completely honest. Not for a long time, anyway. I've got to go down to Birmingham at some point to see a friend of mine. I've not told them this yet. I'm going to come and visit them in September. But I'm going to be wandering down to the West Country. Well, I think it's Worcester. We live just outside of Worcester, I think. That's what they claim, anyway. I think it's just so they sound posher than they are. At some point, because I just need some time away. I have family. You know what? Why is that not updating as fast? Hola! Hello, Jaleesa. How are you doing? I've just realised I've got to reply to your message because I forgot. You're having a... Oh, nap sounds like a terrible idea. I can't... Right, hang on. First off, Jaleesa, I didn't do this in the other reading sprint before, but as you're here, can we have a tab check, please? And I want to know if it's gone up or down. I am. Yes, I am heading towards... Where was it? I can't remember where. I went to the wedding last year at Bromsgrove way. Yeah, somewhere. I think it's Bromsgrove they live. So, I was at the wedding last year, so I need to go wandering. Yeah, we could do a meetup. We could do a Booktube meetup. There we go. I'm off in September, so I think I'm actually going to be off for 2 weeks in September now. Welcome back, Ellen. How was the food? Also, I do still need to meet with Dan at some point because I was meant to meet with him last month, and I just cabbaged out. That's gone down. That's gone down a lot. Were you like 191 last time? Or something obscene. That's I'm proud of you. That's gone down so much. How's your reading going for your book club? Have you made it to the point that you need to for your book club later? Or is that a daft question? I mean, so Jaleesa has many tabs open on her phone. Last time, like I say, it was 290, and I don't know how her phone wasn't just a potato at that point. So what she does, if someone recommends a book to her, rather than just adding it like a normal person on Goodreads or something, she just saves it in a tab and just leaves it there forever. Yeah, well, I'm off in 10 days. I think it's 10 days. It's about 10 days. And then I'm definitely off for 1 week in September. I'm waiting for them to change my holidays this month to days off because I've done stupid amounts of overtime. So that I can have 2 weeks off in September because I don't want to deal with a new boss for too much of the month. Oh, right, are they? I did not know that. I have never heard them called that before. Your army, so is that from your inoculations? I'll once I've not actually told them that I'm coming yet. But never mind. In fact, you know what? Let's do it now. Let's do this live on air. What's her name? You live round the corner from me. You can turn up at literally any point. I also want to go to down in Kent. What's it called? Hey, hon, how are you? How's everything going? You all right? My Goodreads TBR is just a list of any book that I see that I'm vaguely curious about. And if it's not on there, it's on my Amazon wish list, which has grown substantially recently. So, I mean, to be fair, the amount of books in my house has grown substantially recently. It's becoming a problem. But I still have shelf space. So as long as I've got shelf space, I don't have a problem. Thank you, Noah. Actually, let's see. So I did post a link to Noah's Discord before. Let's see if I can do it again. Hopefully this link works. That is Noah's Discord at the Bookworm. We're all in there. Oh, you bought books? Oh, I like books. I'm so excited. I liked your little short for the especially the tea room because I'm English and obviously I like a tea room. But the antique shop, although the sort of stuffed bear was a bit freaky, and did remind me of when I was a child, bizarrely. Read a little bit, we'll find out and have a battle of traffic to pick up the youngest. Yeah, how I assume Texas traffic is absolutely horrific. I mean, American traffic in cities seems to be something else, to be fair. But yeah, that's not. Right. I was going to send her a message. Right, we'll see if I get an answer back off my friend. I'm sure she will, because I was only speaking to her a couple of days ago. But so how I know everyone's put how much they've read, but how are those books going? Are we all enjoying the books that we're reading right now? How goes it? You can't hear it because I turned my my mic off. Because I don't need to click buttons, which is great. Also, she gets very upset because I call her Dudley all the time. She used to work with me, bless her cotton socks, many years ago. But I hope you're looking after yourself. Noah, you know, like you said, you had crutches for your toe. Are they bigger than you? Asking for a friend. Oh, I've got it all the same colour on the sides. Doesn't take much. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to read next after I finish this one. I might. You're having trouble putting your book. That's a good thing. I am a joy to work with. Most of the time. Most of the time being the key to. I'm not sure how much of a joy I am to work with this week. And I've got new starters tomorrow. I get to teach health and safety tomorrow, which is my favourite subject in all the world. Main character kicked a slot machine, the machine kicked him back. I like that. I don't jump out at you, know. I just appear, I apparate behind you, and you scream. Also, you end up very embarrassed in front of customers quite often. So, need some over-the-top conspiracy theories reading after UFOs. Tell me they're a flat earther. I love flat earthers. They amaze me. Still waiting for voice message on WhatsApp, Jaleesa. Oh, Jaleesa. What have you done? Bad Jaleesa. Only joking. Bless. I don't know how Jaleesa does it. She is so busy all of the time. I just wouldn't cope. Far too much energy. Far too much energy. But have you been reading? No. Oh no. How's your editing going? No. Have you broken another video? Because you did something. Did you forget to turn your audio on your last video? That's what I'm thinking you've done. What did you do to it? Because I know you had issues with your upload, didn't you, the other day? I mean, is that a conspiracy theory? I think you can probably make a pretty reasoned argument that there's something going on in the background. You had camera issues. Bless you. I still need to. I might go back to. It's been a while since I've done it, but I might actually do the VTuber model for the video for Saturday. It's because by the time I get to record it, I'm gonna look like something that's crawled out of a grave probably. So you might get the digital avatar back for a video this month. It's been a while. The software is still working somehow, so it's been a little while. And then not done a reading for a while either. That's something else I need to do. Might read a bit of Chuck Tingle. That'll be an experience for the algorithm. Shall we do a little bit more reading? How do we feel about more reading? I'm thinking I might actually be able. Don't spill that. I'm thinking I might be able to get this book finished tonight. Which one's this for, Noah? Also, when are you thinking about doing COC? A timeline for that? I am concerned and intrigued by that statement, and I'm not sure why. Actually, here's a random one. Oh, ow. God, I'm getting old. Are there any books that are coming out between now and the end of the year that people are excited about? Because it feels like it's been a bit of a... It's going into a bit of a quiet period to me anyway, so... So, Elaine, don't shout at me. I've still not done my back garden. And I went out on... What day was it? Saturday? Sunday? Monday? I don't know. A couple of days ago, I'd realised that the bamboo which I thought I had vanquished has in fact not been vanquished and come back with a vengeance. What you drinking? I'm definitely drinking non-alcoholic beverages. No, I'm on. What am I actually drinking? Passion fruit martini, because it's been that kind of day today. Basically, I need to get my tolerance up before Sunday. Because again, it's a D&D game Sunday. I'm running it. Not planned it yet. And generally I end up under a table by the end of the night, so... I've still only read one Percy Jackson. Which is obviously the first one. I did start at the first one, so... Only about a third of the way in the book. Not going to be finished at any time soon. How big's the book? I need to clean my fridge. I'm going to have to go on a cleaning spree in the next couple of weeks. 2 books on pre-order that were supposed to be out this year. They've been pushed back to 2025. Oh no! Why? Any particular reason? You did a D&D session this Saturday. You have a D&D session this Saturday. Player, what class are you? Let's do class talks. Noah's a barbarian, generally speaking, because he doesn't know how spells work. What do I like playing a ranger, you know. I do. On Baldur's Gate, I'm a ranger. So, but I have really good time rewatching now. Reading the Demon Slayer series. I'm in awe of how closely the anime. That Demon Slayer. No, hang on. That way round. That one. I have Demon Slayer. Have you built your character yet, Noah? Nearly 350 pages. That's not too bad. As long as you're having fun with it, that's the main thing. We kind of have like a rotating group in ours, so let's see. So Noah had a couple of online games. And so what was I in that? I was a sorcerer that destroyed a magic school at level 2, because he said I couldn't do it. Then I was a blade singer that destroyed a city at level 4. And then I was a dampier who caused a peasant revolt. Yeah, and in the home games, at the moment, I'm playing a druid in a fairy tale inspired sort of. Literally, it's properly pulled from fairy tales as sort of the villains. In that one, and then I'm running the next game because I've got like a shared world that I just do one shots from, which is fun. Because Noah missed that Bookworm missed that session last time at the last minute, and I had to make things up on the fly. So he's going to suffer punishment for that on this session. Just so you know, Noah. You do need to let me know what you are, though, just so I know and what you teach. Just so I'm prepared, please. I'm not pure chaos. I am the good guy. I've not watched The Boys yet. I need to watch The Boys, but I also need to finish watching Supernatural, which ended how many years ago? So there we go. But we all know that I do not watch things. Watching things is for other people. Although I do want to go to. That's a point. When's the Alien film's out? Is it this week or next week? Romulus. It's due. It's due soon. Are we going to go see that, Nose? At some point, if we're both off at the same time. Because I actually quite want to see that. Out of curiosity, see if it's actually a good Alien film. It's this week, so it'll be tomorrow then, Aish. Oh, it's a Friday. I've not looked at my rota for next week yet. I think I'm on horrible rotas next week. I've not watched the book haul yet. Heavenly Tyrant. Is that the one I've got? No, Heavenly Tyrant. That's the follow-up to Iron Widow, isn't it? So I presume that they've managed to sort out the issues they're having with their publisher then, because I know there was a bit of controversy around what's going on there. Yeah, I know they had a few disagreements with the publisher to do with copy edits, from what I remember back in January. They just won something at the Hugos, didn't they? I've not read Iron Widow yet. I've got it's actually near me. Yeah, I've which I've not got to yet, but I've got Dragon Emperor. Oh no, that way. Which I picked it up and expected to read it very quickly, and I haven't. I think this is aimed at a slightly younger audience, if I remember correctly. I saw to take a load of pictures with George R. Martin while they were there, which made me laugh. Oh, bless, fell asleep. How long were you in there? We need to go and find some thingy shops in Manchester, Noah. There's got to be some somewhere. What's the word for them? Not charity shops. Thrift stores. There used to be in Piccadilly, but I don't think it's there anymore. There used to be a specific second-hand book thrift store just off Piccadilly Gardens. You had to go downstairs to it. It was a little bit seedy looking, to be fair. I don't know if it's still there or not. We'll need to have Ah, fair enough. Yeah, we need to go see and investigate if that's still there or not. Oh, who's the I have thoughts on Akatar. First of all, I read it earlier this year. Um, yeah, who's the narrator for that? I am tempted. If the narrator's good, I might re-listen to it at some point. I know there's a lot of people listening to it for the banned books stuff in the next month or so. Also, it turns out they have carts with wheels so super easy to move and fill up. That sounds like a deliberate choice to make you fill them up and move them around. And I will watch it. Well, probably not tonight. I'll watch your video tomorrow. I'm sure, knowing what, oh god, knowing what you're like, you've got some absolutely amazing titles in there. No, I read Akatar early this year. Noah liked it more than I did. I need to make that clear. In fact, I know Bookworm did move on to book 2, or was moving on to book 2. Don't know how far, because I remember he said to me he was enjoying it more than book 1. He liked it more, but then I don't know if he just stopped reading it, as he does. So yeah, there was a bit of controversy, wasn't there, last year? Yeah, but I saw something about that being an extended thing for it. I'm glad, to be honest. I'm pleased. From all the things that I've heard, the books are really, really good. Generally speaking, from what I've heard, anyway. I do need to pick up Iron Widow at some point, but I'm being good and trying not to buy books until I've cleared through some of my backlog in my house. Unfortunately, I keep buying Kindle books for 99p. Which was what I got this week. Something Silver by Rin Chapeko. Can't remember what it's called. I bought it like yesterday. So, yeah. Right, shall we do another sprint? I think we should do another sprint because the sister of the main character has just vanished in the night. So, you see, so I've read Akatar, that's my most recent, and I've read books 1 and 2 in Throne of Glass. I don't get the hype, personally. I have a few issues with characterization, a few issues with character consistency. Now, I have got Assassin's Blade? Yeah, Assassin's Blade, which I believe is a collection of short story prequels to Throne of Glass, which I am going to read at some point before the end of the year, and I'm hoping that gives me a bit more context to Selena Sadolfian's character. I think that's her name. But Feyre from Akatar. Oh. All right. Okay. It's not. I don't think they're a narrator that I've come across. Actually, I might give it a listen. I think it's available for free on my Audible at the moment. So, I might dive back in because it might be a book that I enjoy more as an audio book. I'm planning on listening to the audio of Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver as well. I read the book a couple of months back, enjoyed it quite a bit, more than I expected actually. No cannibalism facts, please, because it's you and we're talking about cannibalism. So I actually have book 2, which is Leather and Lark, to read in September, which I'm looking forward to. Different characters though. Or you're following 2 different characters that you've met elsewhere, which does seem to be a trend I'm beginning to notice in certain romance books, where you get a duo in one book, and then in book 2 it follows 2 other characters that are in that book and zeroes in on them. I don't know if it's a new thing. I've not come across it before, but it's interesting. But yeah, right. I'm going to set the timer off because otherwise I'm going to be talking for hours. What is that? Go away. I don't want that. Vanish. I said I was going to change the music up. Do I risk a copyright strike and play music that I actually have on a playlist? I think so. let's play this. I'm going to set a 45-minute timer. I hope you all seem to enjoy your books, and I will catch up with you in 45 minutes. how do you break Canva? Even I've never managed to do that, and I break all of the things. So, I do need to go through that playlist and tweak it a little bit, because there's a few things that repeat on there, because there's certain songs that I really, really, really like. But yeah, most of that is based on video game music as well. So, there we go. How did everyone's reading go for our second sprint? Also, my friend will be delighted for me to go and visit them in Birmingham in September. They promised to show me the sites, which I think is a threat, but there we go. I am up to page... I don't know what page I'm up to. I'm using a bookmark, though. This is good for me. 147. Might have to do a tiny bit of editing. Fair enough. Do you edit through Canva, your videos, or do you use something else? Because I know you can do videos through Canva. I've just never used it for that. I only use it for my thumbnails and then forget to save them, and then it all goes horribly, horribly wrong. 17 more pages, nice. Is it still interesting? And don't you mock me, Jenny. This is actually a bookmark that came with the book, because each of the My Paper Quest books come with their own individual bookmark, which has a quote from the book on it, which I quite like. Alright, okay. Now on page 131. And still interesting? Still a good read? And what have you been up to, Jenny? Or have you continued to have to speak to parents? One of my least favourite things to do. Ah, fair enough. How? Why is it crashing on you then when you're making a thumbnail? That's... You know what, let's... I also realised that I hadn't set the timer off before, so I've sort of... That may not have been 45 minutes. But there we go. So, things have progressed in my book. Yeah, I've put the... I know I wrote it above, but it's a playlist that I started putting together a few weeks ago. So I have linked it in the description to the live if you want to follow it, check it out. Mainly video game music. There's some Baldur's Gate in there, a bit of Zelda, quite a bit of Skyrim's in there as well, unsurprisingly. It's what I normally do when listen to when I'm having to be mildly productive. Mildly productive being the key term, because being actually productive is something that happens to other people. But yeah, what about everybody else? If there isn't everybody else, there might not be. They might have all ran away because better things to do. But what is this for your haul video that you're doing doodads for? Doodads, Jesus. Thumbnails for. It's like martini's a bad idea. You're back. You got your cans. Are they nice cans? Are they good cans? You missed a switch up of music this time round, so you got one of my personal playlists. We'll see if I get a kick in for that off YouTube at a later date, although it should copyright block the thing, to be honest, but there we go. Let's just do that back. Do you know what? I think I'm going to have to get a haircut this week. Page 40. Cool. I need to know if there's been any more assaults by the it's not called a fruit machine. By the betting machine thing. I can't think what the name is. My brain has just gone zoop. I mean, June's not that long. This is the thing, you vlog. I don't vlog. I have come to the conclusion that me trying to vlog would be a terrible idea. I actually recorded some footage for a vlog a few months ago. I managed 2 days of doing stuff and then got bored. you have to be careful with certain things on YouTube. You sometimes get copyright hits for it, which, to be fair, would not be the first time. But normally it's just a general yes, you can use this copyright hit. So we'll see. We'll see. Generally speaking, it's not a major issue. So normally they just take your money away, which I don't have any, so it's fine. I'm excited to see your vlog for June, though. I love your vlogs. They're so homely and wholesome. You and Farah at Bookstalgic, who I know has had kind of a step away from Booktube for a little bit. Absolutely amazing. I mean, assault or maybe just kidnapping, maybe. It sounds like a really bizarre book. I'm going to check out that sort of steampunk western you suggested to me, though. When I was reading the description, it reminded me of... I don't know if it's based on it, because the game might be based on it, actually. But there's a video game called Wild West. Which is very good. Which has got that sort of almost like a... It's got the Western aesthetic, but with Cthulhu and magic, basically, from what I remember. I need to play a bit more of that, actually. I've not played that for a while. I need to make sure it's still in my library somewhere. I've got so many video games. So many games to play. Why is Stonehenge... No, okay, I don't care. Go away. I don't want to know why Stonehenge is thingy. So, I want to know what we're drinking, Dan. I hope it's good stuff. I hope it's something decent. I hope it's not like, I don't know, Red Stripe or something. Because I will judge you for that. Just so you know. So in mine, the sister of the main character has been kidnapped in the night. I'm still on martini, so I've got no chance tomorrow from a 5 o'clock start. And she's gone looking for the only person who's ever come back, although no one ever saw them. And there's something off about them. But they're now going to the tyrant's castle to try and save her sister. So it's giving me like almost like the thorn forest around Sleep. Is it Sleeping Beauty? Which is the one that has the Forest of Thorns around it? I can never remember. I got all my fairy stories mixed up. It's giving me that sort of vibe as they're travelling through the forest. Alright, okay. Fair enough. Pot of tea. I'm a coffee person, personally. I didn't used to be. Became a coffee person as I've got older, but as I work absurdly early mornings, so I'm back in at 5 in the morning. Coffee at this time of night is not a good idea. But I'm trying to get myself to the point where I'm absolutely shattered. Because they're doing building works at the local train station. And they have a permit for overnight working, which means at 1 in the morning, there's jackhammers and pneumatic drills going off. And it's horrific. And it wakes me up. So, yay! I drink coffee all day. Fortunately, I have minions in work now that make me coffee because they know what I'm like. If Noah ever offers you a coffee, though, just say no. Just say no. I'm sure he's fallen asleep anyway now. Bless him. But yeah, I'm enjoying this book quite a bit. It's nice to fall back into a little bit of fantasy. I've been quite sci-fi heavy this month so far, and sci-fi is a hit and miss for me, so it's nice to fall back into a bit of fantasy again. So, but I'll probably do one more sprint, and then call it a night, because like I say, in at daft o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Yeah. My brain's slowly shutting down. I also do need to plan my D&D. What shall I throw? What shall I throw at my level 15 people tomorrow? Not tomorrow, Sunday. What do we think they won't like? There's a question. But yeah, well, I'm glad everyone's reading's going well. Eve, and you're super. I mean, to be fair, it's 20 to 10 there. You're an hour ahead, aren't you? So I bet you still. Are you suffering a little bit as well still from the flight back, or was that managed to pass now? Did I say talking spider? Talking spiders. I did psychic rats last time. That was fun. Yeah, I thought you were an hour ahead of us. And you've had your inoculations today as well, so that's bound to have an effect on you. So I'm excited for your Baldur's Gate stream tomorrow, though. Hopefully I can. I'm not sure what time I'll actually finish work tomorrow. Thinking about it. What time do I finish work tomorrow? I might be in work actually when you're sprinting. That's a bit gutting actually. Yeah, I'll occasionally read biographies, not very often. If I'm going into non-fiction, I'll bounce into history. Of one sort or another. Although I've started to hit a lot more memoirs and biographies in the last year. I've still got on my shelf behind me somewhere Terry Pratchett's biography, which I really do need to read at some point. I've kind of been putting it off a little bit. What was the last one that I did read? I think it was All Boys Aren't Blue. Was the last memoir that I read, which was quite powerful. Well, I'm in work unfortunately, so I'm going to miss it, which makes me sad. And I don't finish till at least 3 o'clock, probably later, because I have new people to train tomorrow. So, huzzah for that. But I will try and catch you when I'm on my break at least. I need to go back to Baldur's Gate. I've barely touched it. I've been playing Civ. I've got back into Civ 6 in the last couple of weeks, so I've just done a diplomatic victory as Germany, which is always fun. First time I've actually managed to finish a game with Germany, because I normally get frustrated. So I'm trying to decide who to be next. Might try Hungary, because I've never actually done a full playthrough as Hungary, or maybe the Aztecs. So I'm bouncing between who I want to do. I'm waiting to see what the gameplay reveal is, which I think is in the next week. I know there's a gameplay reveal due soon. I'm gonna buy it. I've owned every Civ game that's come out on computer anyway, starting with Civ 1 back in the 90s. A game that I only ever beat once as Babylon, because they've always been, for one reason or another, Babylon's always been my go-to Civ. So when they finally added it in the DLC, it's like, I'm having that. But I'm curious to see what they change, because there is a little bit of room for improvement. But all the sort of similar sort of games like Humanity and oh god, what's the other one called? There's another one that came out from Paradox Games that had a bit of a rocky launch actually. Haven't really done it yet, so I'm curious to see where they go with it. I do. I love the fact that there was some school. I think it's in America, but they actually use there's like a school edition of Civ. Because obviously it's got like the no, it's not Solaris. I can't for the life of me think what it's called. It's about to get a DLC, and I can't. Is it just called Humanity? Maybe it's just called Humanity. I was reading about it a couple of days ago. It had a bit of a rocky launch, but it's about to get a big DLC and add-on pack. So it looks interesting enough, but nothing else has quite grabbed my attention. Sorry. Doo-ba-doo. I've never played Solaris though. I don't do well with the sort of SpaceX games. My brain can't compute 3D spaces very well in strategies. Gotta go. Alright, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you continue to have a good time with your book, and hopefully I will catch you again in the future, buddy. Have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is where you are. I think you're UK, so it'll be evening. This booking because I can't think what the game's called. Kimberly! Dudley! Hello! This is my Birmingham friend, who has been told I'm going to go and visit them. How are you, my darling? I awoke one morning to find I was a dog stranded at the end of the world. People have lost their sense of... I mean, true. People have lost their sense of purpose. I'm okay, Kim. I'm far more awake than I really should be, but that's Martini's fault. So you're Kimberly, you're an audiobook person, right? What and you like your spicy audiobooks as well. What spicy audios have you been listening to? Also, I found a recommendation for you, although I don't know if it's got an audiobook. I don't think it does. So you'd have to read it, but it's called Inkvine. I think you would appreciate it quite a bit. I make Birmingham jokes, and Kim does not like me for it at all. When I went to her wedding last year, I was told in no uncertain terms to not refer to Manchester as the UK's second city. Because apparently it's Birmingham. So naturally, I spent most of the time referring to Manchester as the best city in the UK and officially the UK's second city, and got out alive. So that was fun. Well, I need to get out of Manchester. I've not been out of Manchester since then, and it's a very small place, Manchester, bizarrely, especially where I live. Also, I can hear feral children outside. But I've actually worked in Birmingham as well. That's a fun one. But yeah, Kim, I want to know what books you're listening to. I want you to tell me. Tell me all the things. Okay. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to lie. You've been to Manchester twice. I saw a report today, actually, that... Oh, God. I'm actually going to be picking up a history book. Well, not a history book, but I think to do with the history and culture of Manchester quite soon. Right. I have to point this out to you, Kim. I have still never been in a fight in my life. Which, considering the way I am, it is a miracle, first of all. Kim gets very upset because when she worked, because she used to live up here, you know, she was a refugee at the time. And that's a bit of a hot button topic to use, actually, isn't it? But she was not happy because she ended up with the nickname Dudley in work. So, but this actually stuck. So whenever she used to come in, even the manager would call her Dudley. It was great. So, fun times. I bet she misses working with me. That's fair enough. I bet you've got to laugh, haven't you? Living in the Midlands, if you don't laugh, you'll just cry. So, but no, I saw a thing today. I was reading about Manchester, and it's the only UK city outside of London to be in a certain index because of how quickly it's growing. And yeah, it's strange. I was looking at the skyline the other day when I was going to pick the kids up, and I think at this point it's got the most skyscrapers outside of London in the UK, which is just insane to me. I mean, it might only be 3 skyscrapers, but yeah. So in September, I am going to go and visit Kim and Kim's lovely wife. To be fair, I prefer Kim's wife to Kim, but there we go. Say hi to her from me as well, my darling. So maybe while I'm down there, works. Works. It's fine. I've not burnt it down yet, although I've had a few attempts this week. Of course you miss me. I'm amazing. Amazing how many people miss me after they've left. Don't miss me when they're there, though. So yeah, maybe when I'm down there, we can arrange a meetup. Meet some Booktube people in the flesh, so to speak. But yeah, Kim, I would recommend Inkvine to you. I think you'd like that, but you would have to read it. Or get someone to read it to you. Only joking. But also, now it's quite light on the key things here. But there's a book that I saw recommended to me, and it was described as Lesbian Necromancers in Space, which has two of my favourite things in it. I thought she would. Hey, Emma. Yeah, so it was sold to me as Lesbian Necromancers in Space, and it's called Gideon the Ninth. And the audiobook is really, really, really good. It's got, is it Caroline Quirk? Moira Quirk, sorry. Who does the voice for it, and she's a proper, rather than an audiobook narrator, she's an actual voice actor. Which I know they kind of go hand in hand. But it's spectacular. It's one of the best audiobooks I've listened to. So, Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. It's about 12 hours long. It's a proper sci-fi fantasy. Invite. Gideon the Ninth is brilliant. I've got the next one, which I think is Harrow the Ninth is the next one. And then I've also got Nona the Ninth as well. Yeah, Gideon the Ninth, Tamsin Muir. It's outstanding. You can probably get it from your library. I got mine through Borrow Box, which is a library app, but sometimes Libby as well. It depends which one your library uses. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. As close to a 5-star audiobook as I've had this year. So yeah, there's that. But I'm going to do one more sprint. I'll then call it a night because I'm back in work tomorrow at daft o'clock. Why did I say I'd go in early tomorrow? So where's my timer? There's my timer. We'll continue trying to get copyright struck. We'll We'll see how that goes. We'll see if Kim recognises game music as well. Marissa, hello. How are you? How's everything going? 1,000 subscribers. Jealous. You should absolutely have a mooch, Kim. You will love it. Like, genuinely, it's just funny. Funny. It's going well. I'm having a bit of a slow reading month this month, so it's probably a good job I'm sprinting because I wouldn't have got anywhere otherwise. We're trying to get copyright struck with some of the music choices. Working once again. Well, you are in a different time zone. I'm in work in 8 hours? 8 hours before I have to go back to work, so you're off to watch the new Twister movie. Let me know how it is. I'm going to go watch Alien Romulus next week, probably. So you have a great time, Kim. I will let you know when I'm going to come and invade your home in September. Have a great time, and hi to Emma for me. Oh, you've got to stay. Is this because it's me? Are you doing as you're told? Are you being a good, obedient little girl today? That's going to wind her up. So, other than work, what you up to? What you Oh, you got to stay for the music. Okay. Yes, Kim. The comments are slow because I have it on 2 different screens and I'm only paying attention to the slower one. Because of course I am. But yeah, what are you reading at the moment, Marissa? What's your have you thrown How to Win the Time War in a Fire yet. I am reading. Let's see if we get the right camera angle first. When Shadows Fall by Lindy Enns. It's another indie book. I'm on a bit of an indie hit this month because I've got loads of indie books to read. It's all right so far. It's proper fantasy. It's got a bit of a fairy tale-esque feel to it in some ways. Pretty dark. People keep going missing. Tyrants, enchanted forest, ghosts, monsters in the night, all that good stuff. I think it's a debut novel as well, but pretty good so far. I've got about 130 pages through it on the sprint so far. So I'm going to do one more sprint, which will probably get me to about page 180-ish. And that'll be it. Pause. The thing is, it's such a small book as well, but it feels so dense. The Drowning Cat. Is that another mermaid book? Or does it just sound like it's a mermaid book? Because you've been on a bit of a mermaid hit, haven't you, recently? I've got to read, not Twilight, the other one. The Edward Cullen version of Twilight next month. Noah's reading Twilight. I don't want to. Why did I... Rising Sun, is it? Why did I say I'd do this? Why have I spent money on this thing? A really bad idea. Alright, fair enough. I need to find some thrillers to read. Because I don't know what it is, but thrillers haven't really gelled with me, and I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on. Maybe I've just read bad ones. Maybe that's what it is. But, well, I have expectations about Midnight Sun. They're not high. So I'm reading that, and Noah's reading Twilight, which he's not happy about, but I did point out to him, if he doesn't read Twilight, he's going to have to go to, well, I'm going to make him take, and I don't want to do this either, because there's a Twilight musical coming to Manchester in October, I think it is. So I've told him that if he doesn't read it, we're going to go see the musical, which is probably even worse. So yeah, I don't believe it got a musical actually. That's a... It's amazing how some really, really poor books end up with a bit of a cultural zeitgeist, really. There's a Twilight musical. I thought it was a hoax when I saw it, but it's coming to, I think it's the Bridgewater Hall in Manchester. Oh, no, you don't. Nobody needs to see that. I need to see if tickets are still available, actually, so I can actually back up my threat with him. But, yeah, I've never read Twilight, any of them. I saw the first film and decided that was enough for me. So, yeah. He's not happy with me at all. I think that's why he's not on the in the comments now. I think he's sulking because I reminded him. So, yeah. That's early September. I'll probably have to balance that out with Compound Fracture, which is going to be gruesome and horrific in the opposite direction. So, yeah. But I'm going to do one more sprint. I will just bit my lip. That was a good idea, Neil. See if we can get copyright struck. That light is very white. I just realised how pale I look. You can tell I'm English, can't you? Right, which button is it? Is it that one? No! Not that one. There we go. Ah, no. Jesus. I know what I'm doing. You're definitely not going to like it because it's not good, but also it is good. Right, now, just to remind you, do you remember my review of Akatar and what I thought of that thing? I despise it. The more I think about that book, I genuinely despise it. Like, so much. I know a lot of people are reading it this month for banned books. And I might go back and listen to an audio of it if I can find an audio book, but yeah. No, I don't think it's going to go better somehow, is it? But hey ho, right, I'm gonna do one more sprint. I'm gonna find my mute. Where's my music? Yeah. I try and watch the film as part of a module at Dudley College. 15 years later. Well, that is true. It's very popular, which I know again does not mean it's very good. But just I saw a short not recently, but before I read it, saying how Sarah J. Maas was to characters what Robert Jordan is to world building. And to be clear, Robert Jordan's world building is immense. Admittedly, he did have like 3 million books to get the world building into. But I haven't seen any good character work from Sarah J. Maas in the 3 books that I've read so far. I've seen inconsistent character work. And I think... I can't remember... It might have been you actually, Marissa, that commented, because I put... Apparently she's really good at character writing. I can't wait to get there. And I think you reacted to it. It might not have been you. It might have been someone else. I don't get it. I just don't. Noah likes Akatar more than I do. So he might like Twilight more than I do. We'll see. But, right, sprinty time. One more sprint. 45 minutes. One last chat. And then Betty Bowes for me, because I have another 10-hour day tomorrow. So, let's remember to set the timer this time. Happy reading, everyone. And that's the last sprint. How's your book, Noah? I've seen it somewhere. I can't think where I've seen it. I've seen it. Someone else has been talking about it this week. How did everyone do on the last sprint? I'm up to page 240, so I've got about 120 pages left. So I'll probably finish it. If not tomorrow, then the day after. Then I need to decide what to read next, because I'm not sure. Enjoying it though. It's good. I can't quite figure out what the twist is, which is not a bad thing, just to be clear. But I do normally puzzle the stuff out by now, and I can't quite get a handle on what it is yet. But it is a book one in a series, so probably shouldn't be expecting to figure it all out by the end of this book. But how's everyone else got on? Did you continue down with your I can't for the life of me think what it was called. The bones one, wasn't it? My brain's just gone now. I'm tired now. But oh no, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't press that button. There we go. There we go. We unbroke it. Hear that. There we go. But yeah, I think this is the most I've read in probably since the last sprint, actually, because the ones that I've read since the last sprint were quite. Hello, Jenny. So everyone, be nice to Jenny. Jenny is new to Booktube. She was bribed with biscuits, so she did her Booktube newbie tag last week. It's really good. Go check it out. Another UK one as well. So always fun. You're not allowed biscuits, Noah. You're not allowed. The book's good. I am finding that the indie books I'm picking up are consistently decent. Which is ironic because most of them I find through Twitter. So, you know, that site isn't good for very much, but it's good for recommending books. But how are you, Jenny? How is everything going for you? 22 pages and the epilogue. So, did it end in a good way? That's what I want to know, because I am picking that book up next month. So, is it worth the trilogy? Wise. And are you looking forward to moving on to the next one, which was King of the Elf Farm, wasn't it? So, chapter of Immortal on. How are you finding it? I'm actually impressed because I kind of expected you to be on Disney, whatever it is by now. Oh, sorry. This is probably my that was my last sprint for tonight, because I'm back in at 5 AM because retail sucks, to put it mildly. Oh, it's a happy ending. That's good. That's good to hear. I've got a theory about where book 2 ended and where book 3 could go, so I'll be curious to see if I'm right about that. But I hope you've had a good day at work, Jenny. And it wasn't too horrific, as work tends to be. But Noah, tell me about book. Tell me about. I've already forgotten what it's called. But I'm trying to think who else I saw talking about it recently. Who else did I see speaking about your book, Noah? Book, not but. Book. So tired. Book. Yes, book good. I want more than book good. What be book about? You don't know what the book's about, or you don't know who else I've seen speaking about it. I have to figure it out. It's going to bug me. Well, yeah, Jenny, how's Immortal Longing then? Because I know you've sort of been dipping in and out of it a little bit, haven't you? So, you're not carrying on with Hooked? So, the cover for the second book is gorgeous. I saw it the other day. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have cover bought a book today. Well, yesterday. So I should get it tomorrow or Friday through the post. I had my Waterstones voucher, so I thought, sod it, why not use it? Taking a break. I'm the other way around. I've actually been playing games more than reading in the last week. So I've been in that sort of mood for the last week. So there we go. About a famous woman who did something bad on social media. That could be any number of famous people on social media. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. How far into it are you? I'm assuming you're not too far into it yet. Because you've been busy breaking things. And when's your video go up? Was it... Have you just set it to go live as soon as it's uploaded, or... Out of curiosity. Who's, remind me, who's the author? Because I've forgotten. Pretty much. You don't do scheduling, do you? But the author is... Oh, you missed Kim in the thing as well before, I think. I don't think you were in the chat when she was here. So yeah, I'm going to have a wander down to Birmingham next month. And hopefully meet some Booktube. Joshua, okay, so... He was the author of, was it Black River Orchard, that I kept meaning to pick up last year and I never got around to. And I'm pretty sure he wrote some of the Star Wars Aftermath books. Strangely. Sure he did. Now I've said that, I'm going to have to double check. Sure he wrote some Star Wars books. I've got some of them. Josh Winning. Burn the Negative, that's another one that... Oh, no, hang on. It's the guy who wrote Shadow Glass. It's not who I was thinking of. Who am I thinking of? Chuck Wendig I'm thinking of. Okay. No, it's the guy who wrote Shadow Glass, which I read last year, which I really liked. Because he used to be I think he was a writer in SFX magazine, was it? Yeah. He used to write for Total Film SFX and Den of Geek and the Radio Times. So, yeah, okay. I meant to. I never got round to Burn the Negative last year. Actually, for some reason, it was really expensive to get hold of it. I might see if it's available through the library. Actually, something to have a look at. But with all that said, I've had far too much martini, and I'm back in work tomorrow. So, and I apparently have got to teach health and safety, which is always exciting. So I am going to love you and leave you all. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. I'm planning on doing one next Wednesday as well. I need to double check my roles, but I should be alright to do next Wednesday. And then the week after, I'm off, so I might actually do some longer ones and a few more as well. Depending on what's happening with the Kitty Winkies, because they will be here for some of that week as well. But I love you all. Thank you for spending the night with me. I really do appreciate it. I am by. That's what I'm normally like when I'm bouncing into people's stuff. But it's really nice. I love. Thank you for dropping in. Especially just after you've got home from work, because there's a million other things you could do. To be fair. But yeah. Still planning for next week. Also, for anyone who's free during the day tomorrow, Cottage Goth Library or Ellen is doing a Baldur's Gate live stream tomorrow. So, if you're like me, I'm unfortunately in work, so I'll miss some of it. I'm gonna go. Yeah, the bed's for other people. That sounded a bit dodgy, actually. Never mind. Yeah, but yeah, Cottage Goth is doing Baldur's Gate stream tomorrow at midday UK time. So if you're free, go check that out. Amazing game, amazing person. So, Well, thanks for spending the night with me. Have a good rest of your evening, day, wherever you are, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Good night, y'all.